In Umudiku, a quiet town where red earth clung to feet and secrets traveled faster than motorcycles, everyone knew Chinedu Okafor. Not because he was rich. Not because he was loud. But because he waited. Chinedu was the kind of man elders trusted with their silence. Tall, lean, soft-spoken. He fixed radios, rewired generators, and believed patience was a virtue that never betrayed a man. He believed that because of Amora Moi. They met when they were 20. Amora had just returned from Enugu after failing her first year at the Polytechnic. Her laughter filled spaces before her body did. She wore hope like a rapper, bright, stubborn, unashamed. Chinedu saw her at the village borehole. She was struggling with a jerrycan. He lifted it without a word. She smiled. "Thank you. You didn't even complain." "I don't complain about things worth carrying," he said. She laughed again. That was the beginning. Soon, evenings became theirs. Sitting on broken benches, talking about life, children they didn't have yet, dreams that didn't know how poor they were. Amora wanted to go back to school. Chinedu wanted to build a workshop. They promised each other time. Life, however, doesn't respect promises made by poor people. Amora got admission again, this time far away. Chinedu stayed behind. "Let me finish school," she said. "I'll wait," he answered. And he did. He sent money when he could. He skipped meals. He fixed radios late into the night. Whenever his mother asked, "When will you marry?" he answered, "Soon. I'm waiting." 8 years is a long time to wait in silence. But Chinedu never complained. Sadiq Musa entered the story like rain in Harmattan. He and Chinedu grew up together, shared food, shared beatings, shared secrets. Sadiq left the village early, went into trading, came back with a car and stories. When Amora visited Umudike during holidays, Sadiq noticed her. "She's beautiful," he told Chinedu casually. Chinedu smiled. "She's my future wife," he said. Sadiq laughed. "Then you better hurry." Chinedu didn't hear the warning. In the city, Amora's life changed. She learned new words, new ambitions, new fears. She watched her friends marry men who didn't wait, men who provided. Men who didn't ask her to be patient. Sadiq began calling her. At first, it was harmless. "How is school? Have you eaten? Chinedu is lucky." Then it changed. "I can help you. You deserve more. A woman shouldn't suffer for love." When Chinedu called, her voice sounded tired. When Sadiq called, her voice sounded ready. Amora began to doubt patience. The news didn't come gently. It came through whispers. "Have you heard? Amora is getting married." "To who?" "Sadiq." Chinedu laughed when he first heard it. "That's a lie." Then he saw the invitation. Engagement ceremony. Amora Nwai and Sadiq Musa. The ground didn't open. The sky didn't fall. That was the worst part. He walked to Sadiq's house that night. "Tell me it's not true," Chinedu said. Sadiq couldn't look him in the eyes. "I love her." Chinedu nodded slowly. "And the 8 years?" Silence. The whole village attended. Music. Dancing. Laughter. Chinedu sat at the back. When Amora saw him, her smile cracked, but didn't break. After the ceremony, she approached him. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "For what?" he asked. "For choosing myself." He nodded. "Take care of him," she added. He smiled sadly. "He's always been good at taking what's mine." After that day, Chinedu disappeared. No workshop. No smiles. No waiting. He left Umudiku with one bag and no address. People said heartbreak killed him. It didn't. It reshaped him. Time is funny. 8 years after the wedding, a new man returned to Umidike. Different car. Different posture. Same eyes. Chinedu Okafor, now an electrical contractor with projects across 3 states. He came back for his mother's burial. That was where Amora saw him again. She was no longer laughing easily. Sadiq's business had failed. Their marriage was heavy with regret. When their eyes met, years passed silently between them. Later that night, she came to him. "I used to pray you would forgive me," she said. "And now?" he asked. "Now I pray you don't." Chinedu looked at her, really looked. "I didn't wait for nothing," he said calmly. "I waited to become someone who could walk away." Tears fell from her eyes. He stood. "I hope you find peace, Amora." And for the first time in his life, he didn't wait. Marriage did not heal Amora. It exposed her. At first, Sadiq was everything Chinedu was not: decisive, generous, confident. He bought her dresses. Introduced her as "my wife" with pride. But confidence, when untested, rots. When business slowed, Sadiq's voice changed. When money delayed, his patience vanished. "You think love pays bills?" he snapped once. Amora flinched. Chinedu had never raised his voice. The first regret came quietly. One night, light went out. Generator refused to start. Sadiq cursed. Amora remembered Chinedu fixing generators with calm hands. She hated herself for thinking of him. But memory doesn't ask permission. In her lowest year, Amora wrote a letter. "Chinedu, I thought choosing myself meant choosing happiness. I didn't know happiness required patience too." She folded it. Burned it. Cried anyway. Sadiq's downfall wasn't dramatic. It was slow. A bad deal. A borrowed loan. A friend who disappeared. Respect left first. Money followed. Love packed quietly. He became suspicious. "You still think about him?" he accused one night. Amora didn't answer. Silence is an answer. Away from Umudiku, Chinedu remembered that he slept on floors. He failed. He learned. He rebuilt. Every rejection hardened him, but didn't poison him. One mentor told him, "Pain is fuel. Decide whether to burn or move." Chinedu moved. After the burial, Amora found him again, this time by daylight. "I'm not asking for forgiveness," she said quickly. "I just want to know, did you ever hate me?" Chinedu thought. "No," he said. "I hated the version of myself that thought love meant waiting endlessly." She nodded, ashamed. "What you never knew," Chinedu continued, "is that I stopped waiting long before you married him." She looked up, surprised. "The moment I realized I was shrinking," he said. "That's when I left." Tears ran freely now. Sadiq saw Chinedu at the market. For the first time, he felt small. You did well, Sadiq said awkwardly. Chinedu nodded. So did you, once. That hurt more than an insult. That night, Amora stood alone in her room. Her marriage alive, but hollow. Her youth spent, but unpaid. She finally understood. She didn't lose Chinedu because she chose herself. She lost him because she chose fear. Amora returned to school again. This time, not for escape. For dignity. She became a counselor for young women. Her advice was always careful. Don't let impatience choose your future, she told them. But don't stay where you disappear. That balance cost her everything. Chinedu didn't marry immediately. He dated slowly. Loved intentionally. When he finally married, it was a woman who never asked him to wait, only to walk beside her. At the wedding, he smiled freely. No ghost. Years later, Amora heard of his happiness. She smiled. Some loves are not meant to last. They are meant to teach. And some people wait, not for others, but for themselves. Love without growth becomes sacrifice, and patience without direction can quietly erase a person. Waiting for someone is not proof of love if, in the process, you abandon your own purpose and self-worth. At the same time, choosing security over sincerity may bring comfort for a moment, but it often carries long-term regret. True love requires balance between patience and progress, loyalty and self-respect, because when fear, impatience, or comparison makes decisions for us, time will eventually reveal the cost. If you love this story, please subscribe for more interesting stories.